What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Lumsden Motorsports Garage. I'm Wade Lumsden, and for the first time in a long time, you might notice I'm wearing a jacket. First off, I want to thank the racing gods for letting us get Dirt Track Championship in, because that night, later on that night, it rolled in with a bunch of rain and stuff, and in all of the surrounding areas here. In fact, to get home, I had to drive through hail, snow, rain, bunch of wind. You might be able to hear the wind. Yeah, it was kind of craziness, but it is Monday. I believe it's Columbus Day or Indigenous Peoples Day or Canadian Thanksgiving or random holiday or whatever the heck you want to call it, but I was one of the lucky people that got today off, so I'm going to use that to get my stuff unpacked. Got home here and the car is now unloaded. I kind of did a quick rinse job on it. This thing was absolutely caked in mud, which you probably saw from the last video, but yeah, gonna get her washed off, and I got a lot of cleanup to do inside the garage again. It seems like that's a project that never ends. And something else I think I'm gonna do, I'm not 100% sure if I mentioned it in my other videos or yet not, whatever I'm trying to say. I don't know if I mentioned it in my other videos yet, but we lost the compressor, so I don't have a compressor, but I do, again, I don't know if I mentioned this, I do have this compressor that showed up actually in the middle of the panic of trying to get the tough truck ready for its competition a couple weeks ago. My dad managed to track down a compressor for me. I've been complaining for a very long time that I don't have a compressor big enough to really do anything, because that little Harbor Freight compressor only does so much, right? I can't use air tools or anything with it, but I think he got a little carried away. But he found this, and it's no cost to me. There's just a couple things that got to be fixed on it, but I mean, look at this thing. It's as tall as me. So part of the other project that's going to be going on here, I don't know if I've given you a full shop tour or anything, but I'm gonna show you this corner over here. I got some blocks, some cranks and heads and stuff sitting in this area right here, along with some tin. I think I am going to clear that area out and get that stuff put back into my shed, because I got some stuff cleared out of my shed a little bit earlier this year. That was some stuff of my roommates and some other garbage and stuff I'm not using. So I think I got enough room back there for that. And then I purchased this cart, and as you can see, it's a catch-all. It turned into a catch-all. But I got this cart to make it to where I can put that stuff in the cart and roll it. If you come around the corner here, roll it all back there to my shed over there. So I think that's going to be part of the projects. Oh man, it's just started snowing on me. Oh geez. Okay, well, I'm gonna get cleaned up. I got some projects and stuff going. Like I said, my goal is to, in my last video, they're gonna have a Halloween race. Diamond Mountain Speedway from Susanville is going to be holding their last race. They're calling it their Halloween race, the 29th and 30th at Rattlesnake Raceway in Fallon, Nevada, because the fire brigade, the county fire guys, and thank you for all your guys' service. I know you guys have been busy this year. I think it's BLM fire that moved in there, but anyways, the fire guys moved back in there. They're at the fairgrounds, so they needed a place to run their race, and they asked Rattlesnake Raceway if they could basically come and run their entire show there, and that turned into a deal. I have plans for the 29th. I will be very honest, it is the UNLV, so the University of Nevada, Reno, and the University of Nevada, Las Vegas Cannon football game. I am a graduate of UNR, so North, go Pack. So I will be joining a tailgating session for that and going to watch that game on the 29th, showing some school pride. Plus, I had that in the works a couple months ago before this race popped up, and I'm committed. So, but we will try not to get too, how do I put this? I will try to make it to where I don't have a massive headache the next day, so that I can go race the second day in Fallon for Susanville's race. I'd like to go and support them. So unfortunately, I didn't make it to their racetrack at all this year. It just, every time I thought I was going to be able to, something happened, and that kind of stinks. I like to try to support all the tracks, and this year was tough for me. But hey, you know, there's always next year. Do my best to go support everybody next year, like I try to do every year. Yeah, so currently it's going to be cleanup day today, playing musical cars, you know, getting stuff moved around, cleaning up the garage. I'm going to be doing some projects. That Halloween race is, what's that come out to, like 3 weeks away? Yeah, it's like 3 weekends away. So I got a little bit of time to go through the car. So I'm sure I've got a list of honeydews to do. But my first list of honeydews, and I've already started working on it, is this thing of boxes here. Yes. My garage was empty, and so while I was gone, empty boxes made their way into the garage, knowingly that I would break them down to get them out of my way. Funny how that works out. Anyways, I'm gonna get to work, get stuff cleaned up. If something fun, fantastic, or whatever pops up during this cleaning process, I'll probably shoot another video. If not, it might be the next day or something. Yeah. So, all right, guys, we will. I'll get back at you. A little bit of an update. It's been a minute. It's actually been about a week or so. Had the Rattlesnake Raceway Awards banquet. I got the track championship for the 2021 season, so that's kind of cool. It makes 3 in a row for me, which is awesome. It's for any of you guys that have raced for championships and stuff, it takes a lot of work and a lot of dedication. So I'm blessed and extremely happy that I was able to do that. We'll see if we can make it for next year. But yeah, basically took a week to, you know, slowly start cleaning stuff up. I showed you guys the big compressor out here. Boom. It's still living outside, and I'd really like to get it inside. So I've been cleaning out a spot for it over here in the garage. This was all engine blocks. I had 5 different engine blocks, and you can see I still got some heads and some cranks, and I'm still trying to find homes for all this stuff. But that's a little bit of foreshadowing. In the future, we're going to have some videos with some engine building and stuff like that. So yeah, I wanted to give you guys an update as to what was going on. And I know I still got some work to do on the car here. But like I said, I've been trying to get things around the house cleaned up and stuff before winter hits hard. It's actually, I only opened that garage door to show that the air compressor was still outside. It's actually really cold outside. So I'm going to get that shut here pretty soon. But going to do some cleanup. There's only a handful of things really that we're going to do to the modified to get it ready for what will be the last race of the year for it. It's Susanville's Halloween race, but we're only going to be able to make it to 1 day of that race. So we'll only make it to the second day. But I will also be racing Glenn Lee's Bootlegger again that day too. So we'll be doing double duty for the second day of the Halloween race. Not really a whole lot to go through on the car. It's mostly just going to be checking stuff. I had to take some trail out of the right rear of the car. So I'm gonna, make sure that the rear end's not bent and see if that's why I had to do that, and general maintenance things, stuff like that. But mostly I've been trying to get things kind of cleaned up and buttoned up. That includes inside the trailer. There's lots of stuff to do inside the trailer, and getting equipment put away, and start getting ready for that winterizing process for the car, since it is going to sit for a little bit, and a whole bunch of that type of stuff. So sorry that this video in particular is not a whole lot of in-depth stuff going on, but there's really, yes, I do have to prep the car and get it ready to rock and roll, but there's really not a whole lot that I'm going to be going through. Mostly what I'm needing to do is get things around the car fixed and situated and ready for wintertime, and get myself an air compressor, because look at this, I got flat tires, and because my air compressor gave up the ghost, I have no way to air them up. I'm kind of stuck with those little things. So I'm dealing with the little side things to try to set myself up to be successful for a good off season, and for the race that'll be taking place that'll be taking place at the end of the month. So that's always really the boring stuff, but honestly it's the important stuff, right? They always say that the race is won in the shop. Races are won and lost in the shop, or in the garage in my case, and it's true. It's all about preparation and making sure you got spare parts, and going through your equipment properly, and if you do have issues, especially if you're points racing, if you do have issues, that you have everything that you need to make repairs happen and get yourself back out on the track. Because you can't get points and you can't win races if you're not out at the racetrack, right? So it's always unfortunate when something small keeps that from happening. So it's kind of time to do that cleanup, and get ready to rock and roll type of deal. And I know the season's not 100% over because we got one race, but I like to get started with that stuff before the season's over. That way I just kind of roll out and roll in into getting everything prepped. So I have to do that, because honestly I'm one of those guys that if I just race until the end of the year and then I stop, and I'm like, oh man, I need to take a month or 2 months away from the car and go do other things, that turns into me taking the whole winter off and literally having to jam out the entire car, preparation of the trailer, preparation of parts, all of that stuff in a matter of like a couple weeks, right? And I hate doing that. I'm a young guy. I'm a fairly young guy. Okay, guys. I'm 33 years old, but I still like to say that I'm getting too old for that crap. All right. That's a young man's game to jump through hoops to try to just get ready to go race. So I wanted to give you guys an update. I'm over here kicking my trash can over. Yeah, I just wanted to give you an update. That's kind of what's going on. I know working and stuff kind of came to a screeching halt once the season's drawing to a close here. But just know that we do have a lot of stuff that's going to be coming up over the winter season. And I think actually probably by the time this video posts, Going to be celebrating 250 subscribers. Whoop whoop. Thank you guys for subscribing. I really appreciate it. It really helps the channel out. And we'll keep doing cool stuff like this. And especially in the off season, I can get more in depth on stuff because I won't be in a hurry to get stuff completed. You know what I mean? So yeah, we should be either hitting it or just past it. 250 subscribers. That's really, really awesome. We're on the road to the goals to get to I don't know, I'd like to get to 1,000. I don't really have a timeline for that, but I'd like to get to 1,000 subscribers. So like, subscribe, share, comment. And also, with that being said, off season, right? If there's anything you guys would love to see videos on, that you have questions on, down below, comment, ask. I'll do my best to do a video on it. I know I've already had a request on going over what an IMCA modified is for people that don't know. Don't worry, I've got that written down. I'll probably be doing a video on that here in the near future. I want to make content that you guys get value out of and that entertains you. So if there's something you want to know about, put it down below, and I'll see what I can do, you know. Because like I said, I want this channel's for us, right, guys? Like, I want it to be great for you, and I want it to be fun for me and fun for you. And we always we always say, at least in my family, we always say, if we're not having fun, we shouldn't be doing it. So I want this to be fun for all of us. So with that being said, I think I'm gonna leave you guys here. I know it wasn't much of an update or much of what was going on, but I stick true to my, I at least want to post one video a week every Tuesday. That is my minimum, absolute minimum. But I love to post more. When I have more content, you see I do video dumps as much as I can. So, but questions, comments, concerns down below. Like, subscribe. If you got friends that would love this kind of stuff, send it their way too. And I really appreciate you guys watching. We're going to continue to grow and learn from each other and have a good time. So thanks for watching the little update. And I know since the racing is coming up here, next video will have some deeper content than just an update. So again, guys, thank you. I appreciate it, and we'll catch you next video.